Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. I am so glad you're here. You guys, today I'm going to play for you something I had intended on keeping on Patreon. It's something I had recorded for there. You'll hear the recording style is just a little different. When I get on Patreon, I just grab the mic and go and kind of have a stream of conscious conversation sometimes. So that's kind of what this is, but I thought it was an important conversation to bring to the main channel since this book has continued to plummet, which I'm here for, and these ist words and accusations keep being thrown around against the royal family. I thought, you know what, let's just talk about it. Let's have a conversation. So take a listen, let me know your thoughts. Sensitive topic, but I want to talk about it. Here we go. And a huge thank you to everybody for your incredible response to my recap of that book. You know the book. I just can't tell you what that means. I appreciate that more than I could possibly say here. Thank you. I do have the next part coming out later today, so check back for that. Again, thank you. Thank you for writing to me. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for helping make me successful. I can't tell you how much that means. Okay, one last heads up. On this video, I talk about the ist words, and I actually have kind of cut out some words. You'll hear gaps and silences because YouTube doesn't like certain words. That's the only reason. On Patreon, I can speak freely. On YouTube, like even talking about the German outfit that Harry wore, yeah, it's a problem. So that's why you hear clips of words. So you get what I'm saying without saying the actual words. Hey guys, welcome back to Patreon. I'm so glad you're here. You guys, as we talk about race, I'm just going to flash pictures of Meghan in varying degrees of bronzer and spray tan. Because you know what? She's basically painted herself up orange. And I want to talk about race, so I thought I'll show you some orange face while we do. Jay says she is doing pumpkin appropriation, which I thought was pretty funny. All right, let's talk about this. So these three, Harry, Meghan, Omid, have kicked up a hornet's nest, as we know, and they've brought up this race thing again. Now, I've been through it a million times on the channel, how bullshit it is. I don't think it's racist to talk about a future child. You know what I mean? Yeah, we've been through it. Okay, but that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about some of the racist shit that I've seen and heard about Meghan, about Harry, and about Omid. You know, the three people lecturing everybody about, racism stuff. Yeah, those three. Let's talk about it. All right, starting with Meghan, who, again, is weaponized spray tan. We know this. She's turning more and more orange. Okay. I think about this a lot. She didn't invite anybody to her wedding except for her mom. Okay, let's go. I'm team her dad. I like her dad. I'm rooting for him, all the things. But let's just say that it was true that they had a falling out. He wasn't invited to the wedding, whatever. Okay. What was the reason for not inviting any of her black relatives to the wedding? What was that about? Because it feels like she's hiding something there. Why list Caucasian on her resume and stuff? Again, it feels like it feels racist. It does. I just keep thinking about Harry, and Harry dressed up as a Nazi, right? He's on record. He talks about in his book as having said an awful slur to a guy he served with from Pakistan. Things like that. And then even with the Nazi stuff, when called out, he blames William and Catherine for it. He says they thought it was a good idea that I go to the party like this. No accountability whatsoever, right? And I'm just bringing this up to say these are the three, because I'm going to get to Omid, these are the three that are lecturing all of us about race stuff, right? And trying to call out Catherine and Charles about race stuff. Harry dressed up like a Nazi and thought it was totally fine. He was fine with it until he got hell and backlash, and then all of a sudden, oh shit, now it's not fine. Now this came up, and this is the reason I made this video, is because I found this, and I have to slap a big allegedly on it. I can't prove it's true. I can't prove it's not true. Sounds like Harry. Let's take a look. So this person tweeted out that when Harry was dating Chelsea Davy, the press asked him if he cared that she was African, to which he allegedly responded, "It's not like she's black or anything." Is that true? I need to do some Googling. Pause. I need to do some Googling. Holy shit, it might be true. Again, I'm going to slap allegedly because I don't want to get sued, but they are reporting it in theguardian.com.uk. It's saying the exact same thing. That supposedly Harry's answer was, it's not like she's black or anything. Oh my God. So again, the one that's lecturing us about unconscious bias is straight up saying the most awful, vile, racist shit I've ever heard. Horrible. So again, I go back to the one that's cosplaying, talking about Meghan as a pumpkin, using spray tan and bronzer. We have the one dressing up as a Nazi and answering questions like that. And then let's talk about Omid. All right, Omid. Obviously, what do you notice about Omid? His face, right? So I got to slap a big allegedly. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I just looked up and saw this on the screen. I'm dying. I got to slap a big allegedly on this one too. But when I was doing research on Omid, and again, I don't like going after looks. I don't. That's why you rarely hear me comment on his face. But oh my God, his face is painful to look at. When I edit my videos together, I just shudder sometimes. But his face, anyway, when I was looking him up, I saw that it was listed that he comes from an Iranian-born Persian mother and a British father. And it says that, his mother was Persian, Iranian-born social worker, and his father was a British marketing director. I'd heard, and again, allegedly, because, they're all so happy, I'd heard that the reason he's had so much facial surgery is because allegedly it's to change his features. You get where I'm going with that? There are speculations, again, it's speculating people's opinions, that he's lightened his skin as well. So just let that sink in. If that's true, again, I go back over it. You got the one cosplaying as a pumpkin. You got the one dressing up as a king Nazi saying the worst shit ever. And then you got the one that is trying to erase your background through surgery. And I always say, do whatever you want to do. Get any surgery you want. But if that's what's happening, then I find it rich that somebody like that is going to talk down to us little people, right? About race through this book and through throwing stones at the royal family and claiming it, trying to make it a race issue, whatever. I find it so completely disgusting and just another level to the hypocrisy of it all, right? It's like every time you think, no, that can't be right. That can't be a thing. He can't have dressed up like a Nazi. No way. Oh, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Look at the picture on the left, the picture on the right, just a couple years apart. I keep thinking about the sugars. How many times have you all been, and I know I have a million times, I showed on my sugar videos. What's the first thing that the sugars go to calling you? It's usually, for me, you're jealous or you want Harry, but also racist. I have never cared, commented on, given any thought to her race. The only time it comes up is when she makes ludicrous claims, right? And I'll discuss it in an adult fashion. I mean, obviously, I don't even think it needs to be said. The only one making crazy claims is Meghan herself and Harry and Omid. I think most of us are beyond that. And honestly, I don't care if somebody came on my page and said, I hate Meghan Markle, but said something racist, and they have before. I just block them because I don't need that. I don't need that negativity. I don't need that disgusting. I don't need, even if you agree with me, I don't need that racist bullshit, None of us do. I don't, you guys know. It's just, but it strikes me so crazy that these people come out of the woodwork to call, we're calling out her actual actions. Like, hey, it's bullshit, the claims that they make. Hey, they're lying about this or that or whatever. With actual proof showing, hey, this is where they said something and then here's where they said it or did something totally different. They're liars. Even when you show actual proof, what happens? They throw the race card. They're taking a play out of Meghan's playbook because she has nothing else. She just plays the race card. So I just find it completely, I don't know if fascinating is the word. I am fascinated by it because it's psychotic. And I don't know that that's the word that we're allowed to use anymore or not, but it is. It's psychotic to act like this, to be like this. And if that's true that Harry actually said that, that's disgusting. What the hell is wrong with that guy? And if she's such a advocate or whatever she's claiming, then why wouldn't she be like, what the fuck? Why would she marry that guy? Right? It's, but because she doesn't give a shit until she realizes she can get some attention for it, and then she gives a shit. Okay, I'm back. Again, that was just for Patreon, so that's why it's kind of a stream of consciousness. It's just been on my mind, and I want to get it out there, and I've had so many comments asking for me to talk about it. Understand why it's hard to talk about. It's, it's a tricky thing to talk about, but I do think it's important to have these conversations, and damn, I can't believe that came out about Harry. I still got to slap allegedly on it because, we found a little evidence, but you know how they are. So allegedly he said that, and if so, that's disgusting. They're horrible people. They continue to lecture us on things like this, and they continue to call out other people for perceived grievances when we have actual evidence of some nonsense going on with the three of them. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. Again, check out more of my book coverage coming later today. And I just really appreciate you all so much. Dying to know your thoughts on this one. Leave it in the comments below. And I truly hope you have the best day. Bye-bye.